What's working is something that you should not really change. And in any case, if you're changing, don't change too often. I'm not a huge fan of Best opening and Mayank Agarwal batting at 5. But then if you change it again, it won't be wise. So yes, go ahead with the same combination.
Definitely. It's an order that worked for them, even though Johnny Bairstow didn't fire. I think you've got to give Johnny Bairstow that chance to continue opening the batting. Mayank down in the middle where he can perhaps play spin, although he didn't bat in the last game, deserves a chance there. So I think it worked for you. Continue with it.
Get him to bowl maybe one in the power play overs, a couple of them in the middle overs, and keep one at the back end, because we've seen the wicket takers, Yuzi Chahal, Kuldeep Yadav, Vanindu Hasranga, even Krunal Pandya. If you look at the wicket takers in terms of spinners, they are the ones who are bowling at least one in the last 4 overs. So if your bowling is a little on the lighter side, give one to Rahul right at the end.
Rahul Chahar hasn't been bad, he's 12 wickets, so he's up in that top 10. His economy rate is better than some of the more successful spinners so far in Tata IPL 2022. So I don't think he's doing a bad job. When you bring him on, when you spend his overs to more vulnerable players, can sharpen it. But I think it's been encouraging so far, but you can just tweak it a little bit by specifically targeting certain new players or players who don't play wrist spin all that well.
They tried Daryl Mitchell. Currently, I think they're playing only with the 3 overseas players. They've got Butler at the top. They've got Trent Bolt, and they've got one Shimron Hetmeyer, who's the 4th overseas player. None. So Karun Nair perhaps can make way for Rasi.
Yes, I think Rajasthan can look to get that 4th overseas player in. I know Van der Dussen has played a couple of games and he hasn't done well. You want that batting. So I think Karun Nair for Van der Dussen is one that I'd strongly consider.
We tend to see finishers as finishers for the last 3.5, 4 overs. And all the time you can't even dictate that. Sometimes you get only 10 balls to bat. So I'd say after 10th over, just throw him in, because even if he's walking in the, say, 12th over, maximum he can get is like 25 to 28 or 30 balls. If he's not good enough to play those many balls, then why are you playing him? So please show some faith. Send him higher.
The right time for me, which is not the right time necessarily for the franchise, is I would like to see someone like a Shimron Hetmeyer come in if he gets the opportunity in those first 10 overs, because he's a guy that can set the game up for you. 9 overs gone in the innings, Hetmeyer can come in. 10 overs gone, Hetmeyer can come in, because you've got 1 or 2 other guys who can add in that finishing role. I'd like to see Hetmeyer get some more time to play bigger innings.